Hello, today I will review how to use Google Maps as a vehicle accident sketch tool. We're going to start with the scenario that a driver struck a parked vehicle while backing into a delivery location at Francis Howell Middle School. So I'll just simply type in Francis Howell Middle School in St. Charles, and then I'll bring up the map. Shrink the left panel down, and I'll move to satellite view. And from here, I'm just going to enlarge the view until we can see what it is that's relevant to what pertains to our subject story. So as I said, the driver struck a parked vehicle while backing into the delivery location at Francis Howell Middle School, which in this case we're supposing that he drove across the north side in front of the school, turned left, and then began to back up into this area and struck for instance, we'll say he struck this car that's parked right here. So with that information, now I'm going to click Control and then print screen on my keyboard, and then open up PowerPoint. I'll use the blank presentation. Just a personal preference, but I just prefer to move these text boxes out of the way. And now I'm going to click Control V on my keyboard. Alright, so I'm going to resize a little bit more, crop that image down a little bit. There's some extraneous information that's not necessarily pertinent to the story, and this will actually allow me to further enlarge it. One thing I want to go back to, down here in the bottom right there's a legend, especially it's got the scale. This may be helpful depending on the type of investigation you're performing, so you may want to leave that there. But in this case it's not relevant to the data or to the story that we are trying to tell. Alright, so then I further enlarged the map, and it's just laying straight on to the PowerPoint slide. Now I'm going to click over here and insert. So I want to show direction of path, or direction of travel, excuse me. And so in this case I'm just going to draw an arrow to the right. I'm going to right click that to outline, change the weight. See how that increased the weight. Click outline again. I want to show red because this is really contrasting. And then maybe I want to just make it a straight line. There we go. Now he made a left-hand turn, so I'm going to insert another arrow. There. We're going to right click, change the outline of it to red, change the fill of it to red. So far so good, right? Now I want to show his backward movement. So again, we're going to insert, go to shapes, and I'm going to do an arrow. This time I'm just going to choose a different shape arrow. One's a little more customizable. And there we go. And it doesn't necessarily have to be pretty, just functional and tell the story. So now I'm going to click format shape. So I'm going to click on fill, and then I'm going to do pattern fill. So I want to be able to distinguish that, hey, in this scenario, solid color is moving forward, and then anything with a pattern, say a diagonal, is moving backwards, so that we can easily see what that story is. Alright. So now we can see that the truck moved this way to the east of the parking lot, turned left, and then began to back up to this area. So now I want to show another shape that will show the other turn. And actually, I don't even have to do that. What I could do, well, I want to undo that, so Control Z. So now I'm just going to highlight that arrow turn. Click Control and C on my keyboard, and then unclick it and click Control V on my keyboard again. So now I've duplicated that image. Well, actually, that's not the right image to use. But what I can do, Control C, unclick it, and Control V. I duplicated that other backwards one. Now I'm just going to resize this. Make it a little bit wider for now, so I can shrink it down in size. Now I can make it more narrow again. So, which is a real simple maneuver. I've clicked it, just copied and pasted. I've indicated direction of travel. Now what I want to show is the area of impact. So if you click on shapes in PowerPoint, I'm just going back to Batman and Robin days, and I'm going to get like a kapow sign. The line I'm going to make a bright red. The fill, make white, or make orange in this case. I'm gonna have something that sets it off. So at this point, I've essentially told the story of how the vehicle moved, so that, and where the point of the collision was. So now I'm going to just simply save it. Click Save As. Click Browse. And in this case, I'm just going to put it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it Powell Middle School Collision Overhead. So I'm going to save it like that. Now I've just saved it as a PowerPoint. This is good if I want to go back in here and move some stuff around. Maybe new information comes about. I want to go back in the master and change some items on the map based on something I've learned. But I'm not going to do that here. Oops, wrong button. So I'm just going to undo everything. What I am going to do is save it. And then, so what I'm going to save it as, it's already saved in a folder, but I'm going to scroll down here to JPEG and then click Save. PowerPoint will ask me which slides do I want to export, and so I'm going to click just this one. So now this slide will now be shown as just a JPEG. So I can simply easily go to my desktop, and here it is. Here's the JPEG file. Boom. So now we can easily take this file and email it to somebody else. It's easily viewable on tablets, laptops, cell phones. It's also easy to import this item as a JPEG into iAuditor for documentation and investigation purposes. That is all I have. Thank you.